Thank you for coming. This is the second time we have a story, right? Second time, inshallah. The stories that we tell, they are stories to learn a lesson from them, right? Or lessons, right? So there is a purpose, there is a goal. Not just a story that we enjoy, but we need a story that we learn lessons from them. Okay? Do you remember the story that we studied or we discussed last time? Bismillah. Uh-huh.
Like it was about the Bintamin.
Okay, a tribe of Arabs, Banu Tamim, who
And they were like very strong and won many battles. So like
so the story is about them doing what?
becoming Muslims.
They became Muslims, right? So Banu Tamim came and they wanted to be Muslims and they became Muslims at the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, right? And what lessons we learned from that? Do you remember the lessons? One of them is
Don't talk angrily in front of others.
okay, be polite in the presence of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in front of him. Don't raise your voice. Okay, and what else? Do you remember the lessons from that story? What about what else?
Have patience.
Being patient, right? So sabr, patience. By the way, they're in a rush. They want the Rasul to come to them immediately, right? So be patient until Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam comes by himself. So be patient in your life, right? Many things will be achieved, but if you are patient. Okay, and what else? Mhm.
Be polite around.
Be polite, not throwing stones and shouting and all of that. So be polite when you talk to people. And what else?
Like if somebody's sleeping, don't disturb them.
Yes, don't disturb people and be polite always. Be considering people who are like around you. What else?
Also be very humble and don't talk about
Be humble and don't talk about yourself. Okay, these are some of the lessons that we studied last time. Okay, today we'll talk about a story that took place long time ago, after Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Oh.
Okay, so 5 generations. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Sahaba passed away. Then the next generation, the Tabi'een, we call them after Sahaba, we call them Tabi'een. The next generation, the 5th generation. And the story was in Mecca, long time ago. People still living in humble houses, no electricity, very, very, very simple life. And the one who tells us this story is the person who was there. So he saw everything and he wrote it down. And he became a Muslim scholar. His name is Imam Tabari. The first tafsir of the Quran, complete tafsir that was written and reached us was the tafsir of Imam al-Tabari. So this Imam al-Tabari tells this story. This is what he says. He was in Mecca doing Hajj and he was young. And there was an old man, 86 years, old man, very poor, wearing very humble clothing. His name is Abu Ghayath. This Abu Ghayath was one of the dwellers of Mecca. He has some Islamic knowledge, but he was very, very, very poor. To the point that he cannot support his family very well. He doesn't have any son. He has 4 daughters, 2 sisters, his wife, and her mother. So the total, how many are in the family? 4 daughters, 2 sisters, his wife and her mother, and himself. They were 9.
9.
They were 9. And only one man who would work and support. One man. And that man was not, still young or he was very poor. He would go a little bit during the day. He tried to help people. Anyone who wants to carry something, anyone who needs some help. He doesn't have any profession like that he has to work. He was very poor. And what else? He doesn't have except one thawb, like one garment that he will wear. And when you offer salah, you need something that covers all of your body. So that one thawb or one garment would be used by his daughters and his sisters to offer salah. Like he gets home, then he takes it off, then he's wearing something underneath it, something very simple. Then his daughter will take it, wear it to offer salah because she has to cover her body. Then his next daughter, his third daughter, very poor. He would fast without sahur. The sahur meal, they don't have food for it. They have only one meal a day. Whatever he is working during the day, he will go and buy some dates, some bread. And in the old days, the bread of those poor people was not the bread that you have very fluffy and fancy and just barley grain, maybe some bread, some dry yogurt, no fresh yogurt even, a dry yogurt, something very simple. He goes, he works a little bit, and he cannot work for hours and hours, just a little bit. And he gets some pennies, he goes home, he just buys something and he brings it home. And he would fast, even though it was hot, but he was fasting. So one day when he was exhausted and he was tired, he leaned beside a wall, relaxing in Mecca. They have houses and they have alleys, a small street, they call them alleys. And he was just relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
Then he noticed something. His hand touched something. And what's that? And it was a bag or a wallet. In the old days, they would use the wallet around their waist. Like a belt. And in the belt, they have kind of a wallet. A man's wallet. He grabbed it and he opened it. And there was gold inside it. 1,000 dinar, 1,000 piece of gold, coins. 1,000.
Wow.
That blew out his mind. Blew away his mind. What happened? He took it and he walked home and told his wife. Her name is Lubaba.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Lubaba.
Lubaba.
And he told her, Abu Ghayath. He says, I found this. And she said, Alhamdulillah that you found something. You can use it. You can buy something for us. We have been starving. We don't have enough food. But he said, it is not for us. It doesn't belong for us. And she said, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would allow you as a poor person to take and to buy something minimum. And inshallah in the future, when you find the person that lost his money, you can say, excuse me, I took 1 or 2 dinars because I was hungry to feed my family. But Abu Ghayath said, no. This money belongs to someone and we should give it to him. When he went to the masjid, this is Imam al-Tabari says, then a young man who came from long distance, from Khurasan. He stood up after Salah and he said, oh people of Mecca, oh Hajj who came to the masjid, to the house of Allah, I lost 1,000 dinar in a wallet. If someone finds it, may Allah reward him. Then the old man now knew that this is the young man who lost the money. Exactly, he said it is in a wallet, a waist, a belt on the waist, and it has 1,000 golden coins. The man said, oh young man from Khorasan, our country is very poor, and the Hajj season very soon will be over, and people will not have a job or anything. If you say, I will reward the one who will find it, then people will be more motivated to give it to you and to look for it and to search for it. Maybe you can give them 1/10. 1/10 of 1,000, how much is 1/10? 100. He said, maybe you can say, I give you 1/10 of that wallet of money or bag of money, then people will be more motivated, excited to look for it. Then the young man said, if somebody finds it, his reward is not from me, from Allah. And if someone finds it and he doesn't give it to me, then I will tell Allah about him, that he took it and he did not give it.
Wait.
What happened? Imam al-Tabari was listening. He was still young, Imam Tabari. He said, I felt, Imam Tabari, he said, I felt that this old man who asked about the money, maybe he is the man who found it. So after the salah, he waited until they finished Salat al-Sunnah. He said, I walked behind him. I walked with the distance, but he noticed me. He kept going. He said, until we reach his house. I'm not sure if he noticed him or not. Reach his house. He said he was living in a very humble house, very poor house. Then Imam Tabari said, I got closer. After he entered the house, he said, I got closer. And I heard him talking to his wife, Lubaba, saying, the owner of the money appeared and he was looking for it. And I asked for 1/10 as a reward, to the one who will find it, and he refused. Again, his wife said, we are poor and Allah will permit us to take something. He said, no. We have been living in poverty for a long time. I have been living 86 years without haram. I'm not going to break it now and destroy it. The next day he went to the masjid. And again, after Salat al-Dhuhr, the same man stood up and he said, oh people of Mecca, I lost some money and it is 1,000 dinar. If someone finds it, give it to me. May Allah reward you with the best reward. The old man stood up, Abu Ghayath stood up. And he said, what if you give him 10th of the 10th?
What?
We are living in a poor country and people will use that money to feed or to do something. So the day before he asked him for the 10th of 1,000. That was what? 100. Now what is the 10th of 100? 10 dirham. Like give him 10 dirhams out of 1,000. Like he will take 990 dinar golden coins and give the one who will find it, give him just 10 dinars. And the young man said no. If he finds it and gives it to me, Allah will reward him. And if he takes it and hides it, I will complain to Allah telling him that a Muslim found it and he did not give it to me. Now if you were in his place, are you going to give 100 dinar to the one who will find it for you? Are you going to take it from that money and spend? What do you think? Okay, why that man did not give any reward? Why? Do you expect why he did not? He said if somebody gave it, he said I'm not going to give anything. Why? Why do you expect?
Because when one man gives it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's reward will always be better than that.
Okay, because Allah's reward is better. What else? Okay, why? Why do you think?
Like, I think, no wait.
Okay, let us see why he refused to give the money. If he has a reason or he doesn't have a reason. On the third day, again, the Khurasani man stood up after Salah. And he said, oh people of Mecca, I lost 1,000 dinar. If you find it, may Allah reward you, give you the reward. And if someone hides it, then I'll complain to Allah that he took it. Then the old man stood up again. And he said, give him the 10th of what I told you yesterday. Yesterday he was talking about how many? 10 dinars. Now he's asking today for what? One dinar. Out of 1,000. He said, just one, give him 1 dinar. Maybe he will take that dinar, golden dinar, and he'll buy a sheep to milk it for his family. And in the other half of the dinar, maybe he will buy a container where he can fill it with Zamzam water or water so he can work, like to have a job, to have a work. Then the Khurasani said, no, I'm not going to give him anything. If he does it, Allah will reward him. If not, I'll complain to Allah about him. Then the old man said, come with me. I know where your money is. Come with me. And the man, the one who was looking for money, followed the old man. Now the old man fasting, it is hot in Mecca, barely walking, and walking slowly. The one who narrated the story, Imam al-Tabari, he said, I followed him until we reached his very humble house. Very small, tiny, nothing in it. He said, we entered in the courtyard, the small area inside the house. And he said, this man dug in a step. He has steps, to enter his house. He said, he dug out and he took the money, the wallet or that belt that has the money, himyan. He took it. And what happened? He said, take it. And the man who came was traveling. He said he took it. And he opened it. And he put all of the money in his lap. And he counted it 1 time, 2 times to make sure that it's 1,000. Nothing is missing. And exactly. And he closed it and put it on his shoulder. And he started walking out of the house. And the old man, just 1. He did not ask for it, but he was thinking, if he gives me 1 dinar or something, he did not give him anything. Then he walked outside the house. Then he stopped. And he came back. And he told him, He said, my father died and he left 3,000 dinar, golden coins. And he told me, take this 1,000 of them, 1,000 dinar, and look for the poorest person that you meet on your way to Hajj. He left him for him some money to Hajj. He said, go and make Hajj. And take 1,000 of my wealth and look for the poorest person that you see, that you encounter, and give it to him. Then he said, you know what? From Khorasan, from my area, all the way to Iraq, all the way to Mecca, I did not see anyone who deserves it more than you. You are the poorest person that I saw. Take it. And he gave him all of the 1,000 dinar. All of it. He said, take it. You are the poorest person that I met. Then he walked out. While Abu Ghayath was saying goodbye to him, he saw Imam al-Tabari, the one who narrated the story. He noticed him and he remembered this young man was following me. He said, come. He called him. He said, come with me inside. And he brought him inside his house. And he brought the 1,000 dinar. And he told his daughters to sit, and his wife, and his sisters, and his mother-in-law, his wife's mother. And he started distributing the money, putting 1 dinar here, 1 dinar here, 1 dinar here, and giving Imam Tabari 1 dinar. So how many of them now? How many people in the area? There were 10, right? The family is 9, and Imam Tabari is number 10. So each one, how much they got? Each one? 100 dinar. And he told Imam al-Tabari, he told him that, you know what, I was living in poverty to the point that only my garment, I would take it off so my daughters can make salah and my wife can make salah and my sisters, the same garment. And look at this halal money that we did not steal, we did not take in any wrong way, but it is in a halal way. How Allah helps people. It is a blessed money that has barakah in it. And I want you to share. Because I know a hadith, he said, I know a hadith that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he narrated it from his teacher, that Imam Malik, that Nafi', that son of Abdullah ibn Umar, that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam told Ali bin Abi Talib and Umar ibn Khattab, if Allah gives you something, if you get a gift without asking for it, you are not asking for it, without desiring so much that, but Allah is giving it to you, then take it, it is a gift from Allah, and you can give and share. So I am going to share with you that money. Imam Tabari took that money. He was still young, and he was a student traveling from one city to one city. And he said, I took that 100. And I was very happy, not with the money more, that old man was ameen, was trustworthy, he did not steal, and how Allah rewarded him. And I saw happiness in his face, and his daughters, and his wives, and his old mother-in-law's faces. Imam Tabari said, I took the money, I used it in my traveling, in seeking knowledge. I was a student studying, buying books, buying notebooks, buying all of that. And he said, Allah put a lot of barakah in that money. Then he said, I left Mecca after a few days, visiting another city and another city. And after 16 years, he came back, Imam Tabari, to Mecca to make Hajj. And he said, I wanted to see the same family and the same man. And he went to his house. What is the name of the old man? Abu Ghayath. Abu Ghayath. And the man was already dead. He was very old, 86. He said he died a few months after I left. A few months after he got the money. He lived, alhamdulillah, good life for a few months, then he died. Then his mother-in-law, the wife, and his wife, and his sisters, all of the older generation died. Then he said his daughters were married the best marriage. And they were married to very good and rich people that I visited myself. He said when the story became very famous, Muslims wanted to marry the daughters of Abu Ghayath because they are trustworthy and they are good people who remained patient and sabr, and they did not steal, they did not take the right of anyone, and they remained accepting what Allah decides for them. So all of them, they were married. And I used to visit them and they would respect me, and I would tell the story to their husbands and to their children. This is the story of Abu Ghayath. What lessons we learn from this story? Bismillah.
If you don't ask for something and Allah still gives it to you, take it and share it.
Excellent. Yes. If you have a gift without asking and Allah has given it to you through someone or directly, then take it and share. Okay, excellent. Good.
Don't steal from anyone, even if it's good. Allah will always provide.
Yes. Allah will provide. Allah will give you what is your share, right? Don't steal. Don't be in a rush saying, "Oh, I have to take it now." Wait. Allah will give you something in halal. Okay, what else?
So like, it's actually a question. How is he gonna tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and how is he gonna know who kept it?
Allah knows everything, but on the day of judgment or in his salah, in his dua, oh Allah, if a Muslim took it and did not return it, oh Allah, I am telling you, I am complaining to you, like that. Maybe in his dua or on the day of judgment when it appears or something. What other lessons? What about someone who remains patient and patient? Will Allah make it easy for them in the future? Oh. وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. If someone always mindful of Allah, remembering Allah, doesn't commit haram, even if he has difficulties, let him wait and wait and wait. And what will happen? Ease will come. You know, Surah Al-Sharh, إِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. After difficulty, there comes ease. Ease will come. Just be patient. Just be patient. And maybe not directly. This man, old man, he enjoyed his life the last few days, months in his life. But look at his daughters. Allah blessed his daughters having nice marriages and getting married to good people and all of that, right? So sometimes Allah will reward you, and in the future even your children, right? But be patient. If someone is not patient and he does haram or steals or takes, then this is wrong. But be patient and Allah will give you. Be with Allah and Allah will make it easy for you. Sounds good? Mm-hmm. Which part of the story you like the most? The story of Abu Ghayath. Which part?
The one where he shows where is the money in the step. How clever is that?
Clever, yes, he was hiding it. Okay, what else? Good.
I like the part where he was asking him to give 1 dinar.
1 dinar even, right? And he did not get it. Yeah, okay. Do you think that he was excused, the man, not to give even 1 dinar? Why he refused to give? He said 100 dinar and he said no. He said 10 dinars the next day and on the third day. Why? Because it was amana, right? His father said, 1,000 dinar, you give it to the poor. So he doesn't want, it is amana, a trust, right? It is a trust. He doesn't want to waste it. He says, my father said, the 1,000 dinar, you give it to to a poor person, I have to do it. You wanted to say something? What is the part that you like?
I like the part whenever he got the $1,000.
When he got everything, right? So not 100, he got, or 1 dinar, he got 1,000. Yes, the last thing?
I like the part where he visited them.
Oh, Imam Tabari coming to visit the same family again. He came to visit them, again in the future. He visited them multiple times, the daughters and their husbands and their husbands. Okay, let us stop here, inshallah. So you have some time if you want to spend with your friends socializing.